Good morning, my brothers and sisters. My prayer for you today is that you may have the joy of his presence. This is going to be from Psalm 21, which is a little bit of a companion with Psalm 20 from yesterday and the day before. Psalm 21 is about the good guys and the bad guys. And we're going to start in the middle, and we're going to first go to the not recommended part of the psalm, which is what it is like to be an enemy of God. Should I end up being an enemy of God by performing mischief against him? The short answer is no, but we'll detail it out here. I'm going to start in Psalm 21 and verse 8. Your hand will find out all your enemies. Your right hand will find out those who hate you. You will make them as a blazing oven when you appear. The Lord will swallow them up in his wrath, and fire will consume them. You will destroy their descendants from the earth, and their offspring from among the children of man. Though they plan evil against you, though they devise mischief, they will not succeed. For you will put them to flight. You will aim at their faces with your bows. So this obviously is not recommended. It's certainly not being enjoyed, and frankly, it's not necessary. So the principle is that the Lord's enemies are going to be found out. They're going to be made as a blazing oven when he appears. They're going to be swallowed up with wrath and consumed by fire. Their descendants will be destroyed. Their mischief will not succeed. They're going to be put to flight. And then my favorite in the beauty of the psalm is that the Lord is going to aim at their faces with his bow. Now, this is obviously terrible, but it's also completely unnecessary. So stop being against God. Stop doing the mischief against God. God isn't mocked. The New Testament promises that we can be swallowed up by life rather than swallowed up by wrath. So when you put it like this, it doesn't seem like much of a hard choice, particularly as we now turn our attention towards the good side of this. These primarily, Psalm 20 and 21, are primarily blessings to the king, psalms for and of the king. But I think by extension, we can put ourselves in the place of being one that's either opposed to God or one with God. So we want to bend our desires away from this opposition that we've already talked about and this mischief. So now make no mistake, this is where some very difficult spiritual work is being done. Rejoicing in the right thing, exulting in the most critical spiritual reality, the salvation of the Lord. Having our lips request the right things, and the benefits of being met with rich blessings, crowns of gold, length of days, glory while here, splendor and majesty. So my favorite for today, and what I don't want to leave us with eventually, pin it to your chest, is that you would be made glad with the joy of his presence. So listen to this now. This is the good stuff in Psalm 21. This is the king rejoicing in the Lord's strength, etc. Verse number 1. O Lord, in your strength the king rejoices, and in your salvation how greatly he exults. You have given him his heart's desire. You have not withheld the request of his lips. For you meet him with rich blessings. You set a crown of fine gold upon his head. He asked life of you. You gave it to him. Length of days forever and ever. His glory is great through your salvation. Splendor and majesty you bestow on him. For you make him most blessed forever. You make him glad with the joy of your presence. For the king trusts in the Lord, and through the steadfast love of the Most High, he shall not be moved. Then the final stanza, be exalted, O Lord, in your strength. We will sing and praise your power. So do you trust in the Lord? Rejoice in his strength, exult in his salvation, and are you glad with the joy of his presence? And I wonder, if God gave you the desire of your heart, what would it be? That's something to think about today. So let me draw some conclusions to Psalm 21. I think if we go back a day or two, remember to pray for your king. God save the king, your president, your queen, your prime minister. You want a leader that enjoys the blessings of the Lord. And also, those who stand opposed and make mischief are swallowed up in wrath and consumed and destroyed and put to flight. So the good guys are rejoicing in the Lord's strength. They're exulting in his salvation. They're trusting in the Lord. And most importantly for today, at least for me, is being glad with the joy of his presence. So you want this for your king. You want this for your pastor. You want this for your spouse. You want this for the people at church that take care of the 2-year-olds. You want this for those that shovel snow and for the college group. You want it for your family. So my prayer for you, YouTube watcher, is this, that you might be glad in the joy of his presence, that you are happy when God shows up rather than in dread, so that he would be merciful and graceful and be in favor of you by his leaning in, his bending down, and his thinking of you, and you responding, that you would see it, that you would feel it, that you would know it, and be glad about it, that you would be glad about the joy and the joy of his presence, that you would have joy in his presence. So I give you him, first of all. I give you his presence, which is not unrelated to receiving him himself. So attach yourself to him, hook your carabiner to him, if you will. And then, most importantly for today, or most thing that touched me at least the most is I give you joy. Let's be happy about this. There may be all kinds of associated blessings, gold and desires of our hearts, for they are of him. But my prayer for you today is that may you have the joy of his presence. Thanks for listening.